1981 was that girls, in all languages, liked taking drugs. Uh-oh. Even though I had a girlfriend back home, my horror of lonely hotel rooms meant I would go to any lengths to avoid sleeping in them alone. Coke, I was beginning to realize, was an effective insurance policy against that eventuality. I'd been a nerd at school. I wasn't a jock or an intellectual and had never had a regular girlfriend as a teenager. Now I only had to wink in a girl's direction in a hotel lobby, backstage, or at a record company party, and I had company until the morning. So what's the problem, you might ask? Well, the trouble is, and I didn't figure this out until I was almost 40, that there is something about an intimate encounter of that nature with somebody you barely know that jars against the spirit. You want it, but it doesn't feel quite right. And when you start doing it night after night, week in, week out, your ideas about love and sex begin to get somewhat distorted. And jumping into bed like porn star Johnny is not as easy as you might imagine, especially with someone whose first name you're not even sure of. You feel awkward, or at least I did. Maybe it was some residue of Catholic guilt, plain old common decency. Hadn't Mother taught you something about this? The drugs and the alcohol serve to take away all those doubts, plus any inhibitions I or she might have. I didn't want to be lonely, and the drugs ensured I never was. I'm a pin-up on thousands of bedroom walls, but the fear of loneliness has turned me into a puppet. Of absolute necessity for any touring musician is the itinerary. It usually comes as a gift from the tour manager on the last day of rehearsal. Depending on the length of the tour about to be undertaken, it could cover any length of time between 1 week and 2 months. Page 1 lists the principals, the inner circle and the crew who are going to get the show around the world. All the numbers to call, if in trouble, are listed there. The management, the agencies, the travel agents, the local promoters. Then follows a page-by-page account of the destinations. October 3rd, Chicago. Band Hotel, Ambassador East. Crew Hotel, Crown Hyatt. It's interesting to note that the Band Hotel has always got 7 stars more than the Crew Hotel. It's not a coincidence. Venue, Park West, and so on. I had not noticed right away that in the left-hand corner of each page of the US itinerary there was a number, usually 18, 21, or 20. It was months before I was let in on the secret. The numbers referred to the legal age for sexual intercourse with a particular sex. The other necessity for the touring musician is the date sheet, usually slipped under the hotel room door while the occupant is still asleep. Regardless of the degree of befuddlement, the day sheet information was always quite clear. Today is October 3rd. It is Friday. You are in Chicago. Today is a show day. Sound check is at 4 p.m. Please. You almost expected it to say, your name is John. Thanks.